2, 1.
Good afternoon. My name is Denis, and today we'll be discussing the topic of video games as an aid in the educational system. Through my hours of researching through the stimulus material and EBSCO sources, extrasensory perception was the one that grasped my attention the most. This is because it talks about the sixth sense and how humans may very well be achieving the sixth sense through innovative technology such as sensors. However, the integrity of human privacy is being put to the test by proposing many different ways to monitor human lives. Even though it's a far-fetched future, monitors are already placed everywhere, such as street cameras, phones, your laptop, or any other electronic device. Since hundreds of VRs are popping up all over stores, it made me think. Since VR provide a more immersive situation for learners to learn about different topics, especially kids with special needs that require more attention due to problems such as ADHD and ADD, it brought me onto the question, can video games and game consoles be used to aid students in the learning environment? First, to understand the question and further analyze my topic, we need to know what a video game is. A video game is a game played electronically by manipulating images portrayed by a computer program on a television screen or any other display screen. Through further research, I came up on the claim that video games can indeed be used to help students succeed in the learning environment. And this is an educational video giving you more context on my topic. Pause. Play it until 45 seconds. 45 seconds is good, right?
Okay. Yeah.
The way we learn today is just wrong. Learning needs to be less like memorization and more like Angry Birds. 50% of school dropouts name boredom as the #1 reason that they left. How do we get our kids to want to learn? The challenge is in the old style educational system, you start at an A, and every time you get something wrong, your score gets lower and lower and lower. In the gaming world, it's just the opposite. You start with 0, and every time you come up with something right, your score gets higher and higher and higher. It completely flips the way we currently learn. Think about what you do when you play a game. You observe the problem, you form a hypothesis, and then you test that hypothesis. Ultimately, you learn and you try it again. It's actually the same as a scientific method. The trick is to make kids as addicted.
From an economic lens, this is it provides a very promising future for video games in the learning environment because many private companies are beginning to invest in video games as part of the classroom environment. Video game research is indeed receiving economic support from government policies, and also expert researchers theorize a promising future for video games in the upcoming years. As well as video games have an incredible versatility with different types of kids that need different types of attention. From an ethical lens, we can see that the EPIC program, which is a program that lets teachers and students pick whatever game they want to use to teach ethics, such as building ethical awareness, practicing reflection, enhancing character. And this is mostly aimed towards special needs kids, but can also be applied to the general population. A study done by Christopher Ferguson, it was concluded that people who gained at least 2 hours every day, or on weekdays rather than the people who didn't, had a higher reflexes, faster response time to outside stimulus, and a pattern of success in the learning environment. My opposing argument is that many skeptics think playing video games will incite cases of violence and shootings and all that. However, from many years of study, no scholarly consensus between scientists have been produced that video games or any other type of media can result in violent-related outcomes. My solution is that through private fundings and economic backing of video games as an alternate form of educating students across the United States, the implementation and development of video games, the video game education schemas would be facilitated. Sorry. My limitations for my solution are that even though it is possible to propel video games through private fundings and government backing, it is a slow process that needs a lot of support from many outside and third parties. My conclusion is that as the 21st century progresses, video games and other similar digital experiences will offer practical educational applications. Different technical uses will offer a variety of educational inlets for students globally. This will only improve as technology gets better and better throughout the years. And these are my references.
Okay, Denis. What information did you need before you began your research, and how did that information shape it?
Okay, well, being a gamer myself, I already knew why I like games and why it attracted me because of the cooperation and the talking to other people and the connections you make with other people. But I also needed to know information such as why other people want to play video games. And then from that, I was able to go on with my research and find out how video games can actually help the students in the learning environment.
Okay, and what additional questions emerged from your research? Why are these questions important?
How can video games not just help people in the learning environment, but in things such as like health-related problems with people that need more attention, people that don't quite socialize very well with others? How could it help their socializing skills, their problem-solving skills, and their everyday life skills?
Okay, thank you, Denis.